So this is one of those situations where the Twitter algorithm just fed me a little bit of content today because I woke up, I'm scrolling through Twitter in my bed, and I came across this tweet and video from a girl by the name of Smoke Zenith, who I assume was meeting up for the first time with somebody that she games with or she's known through streaming a little bit, and his name is System Zaki. And this man was on demon time.
Surely. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's find where we're going.
All right.
I have
Let's see.
to move on from that, or I'm gonna die.
Bet.
All right. Please. This way, and then left.
Bet.
Okay.
Yo, Seiki, my man. Oh my fucking gosh. The Seiki just complimented this motherfucker.
That's a different thing. That's a whole different thing.
Right.
Wait, I got the perfect idea. All right.
Okay.
I want you to stare right at the chat. All right. Chat. Look at her face. Okay. Look at her face. Look at her face.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
You're just saying wow. They don't know what happened.
I still could barely believe what I just saw. It's like they just met up and this man decided to take it on himself to motorboat her. And then when her chat asked, did he cop a feel? He says, no, that's something different. Here, look directly at your chat. And then proceeded to grope her. Like, what world does this man live in that he thought this was a great idea? This is one of the craziest clips that I may have ever seen in my life. I don't know what he anticipated happening. The first thing I thought to myself was maybe they've shared some messages where shit got a little bit crazy, maybe some sexting and stuff like that. It still doesn't give him the right to do any of that stuff. Just because you guys may have shared a couple messages doesn't mean the first time you meet, you have full control of her body. That's just not how it works. But then I decided to go back into her VOD and kind of scroll through a little bit. And I came across this clip, which is one of the craziest things that I've ever heard in my life based on what he just did.
Ask Zaki how I should ask out a girl I've never talked to tomorrow.
Talk to her first. That's important. Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Just don't be creepy.
Yeah, you don't want to bring any...
Is this an actual? You're actually asking?
Is he?
Are you?
I thought I remembered his face. Yeah, that's him. That's him.
What's the question?
How should he ask a person out that he's never seen, talked to? What's?
Oh, I got advice.
What is the advice?
So watch if whatever I do, and don't do that.
Oh shit. Okay.
Don't do that. I'm a bad example.
Now, I didn't grab the exact timestamps, but it was probably 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes of difference between him giving that advice, saying don't be weird, and then going and motorboating her and grabbing her ass and telling her to look at her chat so they don't know what happened. I'm like, this man clearly has never gotten box in his life. He's another one of these basement dwellers that just came out, touched grass for the first time. He's seeing the sun. He's feeling good, had a couple of drinks, and he doesn't know how to act. He's around a girl who's got some titties and she looked good, and he's wilding. I'm not giving him excuses, but I'm just trying to reason and trying to think like where his mindset is, because that shit's wild. But he did put out an apology, so let's read his apology. As some of you may already know, I made a huge mistake Sunday evening. I turned what was supposed to be a fun evening into a now painful and harrowing experience for a fellow Twitch streamer. I crossed the line. I understand the full severity of my actions. I am ashamed and truly and deeply sorry. Words cannot express my full regret, especially considering the impact I have had on this streamer's life. Furthermore, I once again not only want to apologize to her, but also to her fans, to anyone who witnessed my behavior, to all those who have found in a similar position to her, and to my own friends and fans. This is not the person I want to be, and this is not an example of acceptable behavior from anyone. There is no way to excuse or take back my actions. Regardless of context, you cannot make light of my behavior and my disregard for boundaries and trust. This is a huge wake-up call for me, and I want to take accountability for my awful actions and decisions. I will no longer be drinking, and I will be seeking counseling. I will commit to making sure that I never repeat the same mistakes that I have on that day. I will also be respecting her wishes and cease any communication I have with her. I respect all those who make the decision to step away from associating with me at this time. Now, if I'm being completely honest with you, I feel like the apology only came because she decided to out him. If she never said anything, I think he would have just kept going on with life like everything was fine. Now, I'm not throwing him under the bus for that, because that's usually the case with everything. You're not going to apologize until someone makes you feel or see the need to apologize. And he's claiming that he was drunk, which again, he also says is no excuse. I would agree is no excuse. You can't be that way when you're drunk. Like you can't. And if you can't handle your alcohol, you shouldn't drink. But what he did it probably deserves a ban on Twitch. Like being a Twitch streamer himself, being at Twitchcon, her being a Twitch streamer, him doing that especially on stream, I feel like the right move is just, you got to get this man out of here. It's not a good look. I hate to see something like that happen because I don't want anyone's ability to try to make money or grow on a platform be limited. But when you make decisions like this, you kind of put yourself in a certain boat. Now, do I think he should be permanently banned for the rest of his life? Probably not. Let him take some time, get himself some help. Hopefully he does actually quit drinking. Hopefully he does go to counseling, therapy, whatever it is that he needs, because the fact that he's like, this was a big wake-up call for me, is it's good that he's realizing it, but it's also weird because you shouldn't need this as a wake-up call. That almost makes it seem like this is how you approach life and have done this with other people. And now suddenly you're realizing that it's wrong because someone finally came out and said something. I just don't understand it. I really don't. At the end of the day, it doesn't really make sense to me. I wish that I had more context because, again, as much as it's not an excuse, at least if they've spoke about things and he said in message like, I'm gonna grab your titties and da-da-da-da, and they've sexted and they've kind of crossed a certain boundary together, maybe he felt as he was drunk that it was just all good. Although, again, it's not an excuse. It would make at least a little bit more sense if does that make sense to you guys? So I don't know if that was the case, and if it's not, it's even weirder because it's like she never gave you any idea that something like that would ever be shared between you. So you shouldn't even have tried, at least not like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have tried to talk to her and see if she wanted to hang out later, felt the vibes and stuff. Maybe you guys end up kissing, but my man just head first dove in, just said, yo, listen, titties. I don't know what, like, I've never done any of this drunk. I feel like when people are drunk and they do this shit, the alcohol is not the excuse, because I've been drunk plenty of times in my life, as I'm sure a lot of you guys have. And I feel like a lot of us have never done shit like this. So it's almost like that's kind of your character and who you are. And maybe the inhibition stops you from doing it. But as soon as you lose that with the alcohol, you just dive in. And so that's something that you need to fix, because it's not cool in any way. So we'll see what ends up happening. I feel like he's going to end up getting banned, most likely, because this is gaining a lot of traction. He is a Twitch streamer. This was a Twitch event. And although they weren't inside, it was a Twitch event that brought them together. So I feel like Twitch is going to take that as, hey, you're making it seem as if coming to our events is not a safe place because someone like you might do something like that. So we're just going to ban you off our platform. That is most likely what's going to happen. Anyways, I'm curious what you guys think about it. Let me know down below. If any big updates or anything like that comes out of this, which I don't think there's going to be much more, we'll definitely talk about it. But appreciate you. Take it easy. Stay safe. I'll catch you in the next one, homies.
I don't care about a struggle. I've been asking for a fight. I need adversity to thrive. I'm trying to crash before the flight. I got a lot of people doubting me. That's just been my life. So I learned to persevere and not react to what they type. It's been a long road coming. That's just what they write. But it's been feeling like it's real, so I've been asking for my light. Trying to shine until I can. If you ask me, I go twice. But I've been stuck in back the line trying to imagine what it's like. Come on.